Have you ever tried to move on, but something inside you still whispers that name in the silence of the night? He tried too. He promised himself he would forget you, that he would bury every memory, every laugh, every gesture that only you two shared. He swore he would erase your image from his mind like someone closing an old book and leaving it to gather dust on a shelf. But something changed. Today, the angels guided me to you because there's something you need to know. A truth that has been avoided, ignored, but is finally coming to light. That person you love who walked away, who seemed to be moving on as if nothing happened, is fighting an internal battle that you can't even imagine the intensity of. He promised he wouldn't think about you anymore. He told himself it was the right thing to do, that time would heal everything. But time, instead of erasing, reignited. And do you know what brought it all back? A detail. A gesture. A sound. It could have been a song, a scent in the air, or even a phrase someone said. It was something small, almost imperceptible, but it opened a door he thought was locked forever. Suddenly, the world he built without you started to crumble, because you never truly left his heart. And maybe now is the time for you to know what's really going on behind the silence. He's been trying to act strong. He shows smiles on social media, responds to messages normally, even pretends he's getting to know other people. But the angels reveal that inside, he's in pieces. And do you know why? Because you were, and still are, the only person who could see who he truly is. Not who he tries to be for the world, but who he is at his core. And that scares him. Because the love you shared was not ordinary. It was real, intense, and deep. He never wanted to admit this to anyone, not even to himself. But now, even he can't hide it anymore. The angels are showing me images of him reliving moments with you as if they were films playing on a loop. The way you looked at him, how you said his name, how you laughed at silly jokes. These little fragments of the two of you are resurfacing with overwhelming force. And here's the most surprising truth. He's not just remembering, he's feeling. It's as if his heart is being reawakened by everything he tried to bury. And it's causing him to question everything. His choices. His silence. His absence. The life he built without you. And it's at this point in the message that I need to tell you something important, straight from the angels. If you've made it this far, it's not by accident. There's a greater spiritual purpose behind your connection with this person. Something that transcends this life. Maybe you've met in other lifetimes. Maybe you've made soul contracts that are now starting to reveal themselves. And this explains why, even when trying to forget, he simply can't. It's as if an invisible force is pulling him back to you. As if the universe is sending clear signals that your story isn't over yet. And now the angels are asking me to tell you something crucial. That pain you feel? He feels it too. That longing you try to disguise? He tries to hide it as well. That love that insists on living even without physical presence? It's pulsing strong in both of your hearts. But there's something that could hinder this reconnection. Fear. The fear of getting hurt again. Of repeating patterns. Of not being enough. And that's why he hesitates. But the angels show that a transformation is happening. He's starting to realize that running from what he feels isn't the solution. That the real risk isn't in trying, but in losing forever what could have been the greatest love of his life. And this is where, with much love, I invite you, not for him but for you. Are you ready to hear the continuation of this story from the heavens? Are you ready to be guided by angels and discover what fate still has in store for you? If so, now is the time to take a leap of faith. Sign up now, because that's the only way you'll continue receiving these messages that the angels are sending directly to your heart. Don't ignore the call. It's for you. This is your sign. Because what comes next could be the new beginning you've been waiting for. Do you remember the last time you felt, even without words, that someone was thinking of you? Well, know this. The angels show that, in recent days, this person has had moments when everything inside them screamed your name. And the most surprising part is that they don't even understand why. Because rationally, they should have already forgotten you. But they can't. This person dreams of you. Literally. They wake up with their heart racing, trying to convince themselves that it was just another dream, just another memory from their subconscious. But the angels say, it wasn't just a dream, it was a meeting of souls on a spiritual plane. And this is happening because the energy between the two of you is still alive, still vibrating on a very high frequency. And even if this person tries to distract themselves, diving into work or new connections, nothing fills the void left when you two drifted apart. They may smile at the world, but when the door closes and the silence of the night arrives, it's you they converse with in thought. There's something about you that awakened in them a type of love they had never felt before. A love that doesn't demand perfection, but accepts, embraces, and transforms. And that's why, even while trying to escape, they are being called back. And perhaps you're wondering, but why now? Why are they feeling all of this only now, after so much time? The answer is simple, because now he is more vulnerable, more honest with his own heart. Because only when we truly lose something do we understand how much it meant. And finally, he is starting to understand. The angels show that he is going through a phase of silent emotional collapse. Something that no one can see, but that is corroding him from the inside. The longing has turned into a burden. The regret has turned into physical pain. And the image he tries the hardest to erase, his own, is precisely the one that appears most. And even though he still resists, that resistance is becoming unsustainable. There's a scene the angels show me clearly, him standing, looking at an old photo of you two. His gaze fixed, his breathing slower, and a solitary tear falling. Because in that moment he understood that you were the love of his life. That everything he has tried to build without you has, at its core, been an attempt to numb the pain of not having you around anymore. But what he doesn't know is that the angels are preparing something. A reunion. A chance. An unexpected moment, but one filled with meaning. And it's up to you, dear soul, to be receptive. Because this reunion might not come with flowers or grand gestures, but rather with a shy glance, a simple message, a sincere gesture. And if your heart still feels it, still resonates, you will know, it's the right time. Now, take a deep breath. You deserve to live a love that doesn't need to hide. A love that chooses you every day, even after it has already left once. And the angels want you to know, that love is coming back. Transformed. Remorseful. Willing. But above all, it is returning because it recognized that you were, and still are, the home where his heart rests. Don't be afraid. Don't rush. Just keep listening to the voice of your intuition, and that of the angels who continue to whisper, he promised to forget you, but destiny had other plans. And it all begins, now. Dear soul, right now, the angels are showing me something even deeper. He is not just remembering you. He is being confronted with everything he has repressed. The love, the plans, the dreams, the what-ifs. Everything is coming to the surface, no longer as fantasies, but as truths he tried to bury. And this is sparking a change. For the first time in a long while, he is considering doing something he has always avoided, opening his heart. Not to just anyone, but to you. The angels show that he is writing messages that he never sends. Drafts that stay saved. Sentences like, I've never forgotten you. You're still here. Is there still space for me? But soon he deletes them, afraid of seeming weak, vulnerable. He is still conflicted. But with each passing day, that barrier is weakening. And do you know why? Because he has realized that true regret does not come from trying and failing. It comes from giving up before really trying. And the angels whisper, he is getting ready. Something inside him has changed. The courage that was once dormant is beginning to awaken. And even though he may not yet know exactly what to say or do, the urge to reach out to you is becoming uncontrollable. It's as if a part of his soul is screaming, go back and talk to her. She still feels. She is still there. And you? How are you feeling about all this? The angels want you to know, you have the right to choose. To decide whether or not you want to reopen that door. They do not judge you. On the contrary, they support you because they know how sensitive, strong, and at the same time full of love you are. But here's a truth that perhaps no one has told you. You have not been forgotten because it is impossible to forget someone who has left such deep marks on the soul. You were the love that made him grow. The woman who challenged him to look within. Who pulled him out of his comfort zone and showed him what it really means to love. And he knows this. Even if he never said it. Even if he ran away. And now, this awareness is what scares him the most. Because, upon realizing how valuable you were, he understands the extent of what he lost. But he is also starting to see that perhaps there is still time. And it's here that the angels ask for something very special. That you remember who you are. That you reconnect with your light. That you trust your heart. Because no matter the outcome, you will come out even stronger. And if you've made it this far, it's because your soul is ready to hear this truth. You are unforgettable. Not just to him, but to the entire universe. And the angels have even more to reveal to you. Get ready. The next part of this message will touch an even deeper place within you. That space where only true love can reach. There is something the angels insist on showing me. It's like an old memory he relives in silence, almost like a hidden ritual. They show me him holding an object that has a connection to you. It could be a letter, a photo, a piece of jewelry, or even a saved message on his phone. Something small, but it carries an entire universe of emotions. He holds it, looks at it, takes a deep breath, and for a moment, everything stops. Time, fear, doubts. Only you remain. It is in this moment that he wonders, what if I had stayed? What if I had fought? Would we be happy today? These thoughts are coming with force. But more than that, they are generating movement. Yes, he is on the verge of breaking free from the emotional inertia he has been stuck in for so long. And maybe you think, but why now? Why only after so much silence? The angels respond with divine clarity, because the time of the soul is different. Because some lessons need pain to blossom. And because, at times, you must lose in order to recognize value. But now, he doesn't want to lose anymore. This phase of silence and absence may be coming to an end. And not because he will appear with empty promises, but because within him, the feeling has become undeniable. He doesn't just want to return. He wants to rebuild. And that, dear soul, changes everything. The angels show me that an important decision is about to be made by him. A choice between continuing life pretending everything is fine, or risking living a love that has never been overcome. And you are at the center of that decision. This is where the message gains even more power, because the angels show me something that needs to be said now, with great clarity. You are a rare soul. One of those that leaves marks, not just memories. You do not pass by. You remain. And when someone realizes this, it is impossible to continue living as if you had never existed. So if you've been feeling something different in the last few days, a stronger intuition, a tightness in the chest, dreams about him, know this, it's not a coincidence. It's a connection. It's the energy field between you two reigniting. And the angels say, when this happens, it's because something important is about to manifest. So stay open, aligned with your intuition, attentive to the signs, because the reunion may not come in the way you imagine, but it will come in the way the soul needs. And when that moment arrives, may you be ready at heart, not just for him, but for yourself, to live love with lightness, with truth, with faith, because in the end, he may have promised himself that he would forget you. But love had other plans. And the angels? They are just preparing you for the next chapter of this sacred story. Dear soul, we are reaching the most sensitive and powerful point of this message. The angels ask you to close your eyes for a moment and feel. Feel with your heart, with your soul, with that part of you that always knew this love was never ordinary. They show that, despite all the distance, he still keeps you in the most sacred place of his heart. The space where things that never die reside. And do you know what else is held there? The guilt. Yes, he carries the guilt of not fighting harder, of letting pride take over, of not expressing what he felt when he had the chance. And that guilt is now turning into strength. He is moving inside. He is beginning to understand that true love does not ask for perfection. It asks for presence, for courage, for surrender. And that's why he will return. Maybe not with all the right words. Maybe not in the way you imagined. But he will return with truth in his eyes and longing in his hands. And when that happens, you will feel it. There will be no doubts. Because soul recognizes soul. And his is calling for you. At this moment, the angels ask me to say something very special, almost like a blessing. You are this person's spiritual home. And when someone finds their home, they may try to run away, but they always feel the urge to return. So, do not think that time was wasted. It was necessary. For both of you to mature, to heal, to find yourselves. Now, the reunion can take on a new meaning. Much more genuine. Much deeper. And before I conclude, here's what the angels want you to take with you. If he promised to forget you, it's because he didn't understand that soul love cannot be erased. It transforms, evolves, and returns. So be ready. Because the reunion will not just be between two bodies. It will be between two souls that have never stopped calling each other. And if this message touched your heart, if something within you whispers, "This is for me," then write now in the comments, "I receive." Because when you declare, you activate. And when you activate, the angels act. They are already preparing the way. Now it's your turn to walk towards it, with love, with faith, and with the certainty that what is yours, by divine destiny, can never be lost. Your story still has amazing chapters to be written. And it all begins with this reunion.